Hello and welcome back, everybody. I am Carlisle, and welcome back to Carlisle Times 2, where we like to make sure you have lots of fun. So again, we're going to continue our series on Bloons TD6 and conquering the CHIMPS mode. So today, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to pick a newer map. Let's go with skates and here, and then we're going to hit our CHIMPS. And then we're going to rock and roll. Okay, so as you see it here, when you look at this map, you've got a couple different things. You've got a couple different curves. So that means that these balloons are going to be traveling and crossing over the same place a couple times. So we definitely want to maximize on that. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with Sauda right here. And then we're going to go ahead and get this party started. Let me see if we have it on auto. Put it on auto right now. Because what we're going to want to do, we're going to want to put a tack shooter down, obviously. Because you know the tack shooter and Sauda is a really good combination. And pretty much the order that we're going to do is we'll do the tack, we'll do a ninja. Here we go, let's put this in here, nice and tight. So we'll get our tack up to 220. And then of course then we will move to our Ninja Alchemist combination. So let's go ahead and get these up here real quick. Get super range tacks. And then we'll also do even faster shooting. And we will come back to the tack shooter, but for right now, this is what we're going to be using. Almost there. And gotcha. All right, so now we're going to move to our ninja. Of course, if you watch our show, you definitely know I love using the Ninja Alchemist along with Sauda. And for most of the basic maps, you can use Sauda. And even some of the intermediate you can. You know, Sauda is really good when you have a single entry point. Okay, so our ninja, by the way, we're going to be moving it to a 301 to start. So here we go. So Sauda, again, as I was saying, is really good for single entry points, and especially where you have a lot of crossover, where balloons, you know, will touch that particular tower more than one time, like this one. As you get into the more advanced maps, you know, Sauda is not quite as good, and you may want to use other ones. And we'll talk about those as we get into those particular maps. So we're closing in on number 3. All right, so we have our 301, and now what we're going to do is we're going to move to our Alchemist. Now we're going to put our Alchemist right up there by our Ninja. Nice and snug. There we go. Keep your buddy a happy little party there. And of course, we're going to do a 320 to start before we go back to our Ninja. Okay, there we go. Getting close there, so we'll get to a 2-2, and then we'll go to a 3-2. Okay, we have our 2-2, and now we're going to go to a 3-2. Now, again, when you put these all together, this is an amazingly powerful combination. Okay, here we go. So as you see, we're closing in right now on Berserker Brew. All right, now we're going to move back to our Ninja. We're going to let it ride for a little. It's going to take a couple levels, then we'll get this to a 401, and then we'll be done with our Ninja. I think around 35-ish or so, end of 35, beginning of 36, we should hit it. You see that Ninja's taking out a lot of balloons there, 3,300. It's the beast. All right, here we go. And climbing up on it. Here we go. And boom, there we go. So now we're going to work on our Alchemist. And we get to around level 38 where we will bring our Alchemist up to the 420. I will take it off of auto, because we'll be coming up on level 40, which of course is the first major balloon to come through. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and take it off. Here we go. See if I can get to it here. Oh no. Well, it looks like I can't, so we're going to have to put this down here. All right, as soon as the balloon comes out on 40, we're going to want to use USADA. Boom. All right, so now we have this. Here we go. Take it off there for just a moment. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to take up our tack shooter, and that's as far as we're taking that one. And next thing we're going to do is we're going to run down a spike factory. And we're going to drop the spike factory right here. Start building this one up. Okay. So what we're going to do is eventually get this to a 402. Make sure you do put it on smart. There we go. And I'll put it back on auto start. I'm going to just move this over there, it'll be a little easier to get to my auto start. Okay, here we go. And there we go. Okay, so now we have us at a 302. We'll eventually take that up, but for right now, what we're going to do is start moving towards building the rest of our team. So we'll start with our first monkey village right here. We'll do a 102. We're also going to grab another one. Just a moment. Make sure it's in the range. And we'll do a 012 for right now. Now we will come back and build those up, but what we're going to do is we're going to end up putting a helicopter down, or a helipilot, right there. And now we're going to take this up. We're going to do a 205 eventually. So right now we can take it to a 203. We'll go ahead and do a radar scanner. Now you see how radar scanner is only 1800. You get that double bonus for having the two villages, you know, back to back with the third row running 2, which is good. And we'll eventually take this all the way up to Monkey Intelligence Bureau. And right now we'll just leave our first monkey village right there at a 202. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to wait a bit. We're going to go ahead and take our helipilot up to a Comanche defense here in just a moment. And then we're going to jump back over to our spike factory and take it to spiked mines. They both have very close costs to take it up to the 4th tier. So it's roughly about between the two of them about 20,000 investments. So there we go, the first one. And eventually we'll take this up to a Comanche Commander. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to wait right here for our spike factory. And as you notice, I'm not having to use any of Sauda's abilities. As you see, it just kind of comes right through and just crushes everything. So like I said, what we'll do is we'll wait. We'll get it up to 10,000, and then we're going to move back to our heli. And we're going to take that up to our Comanche Commander. Okay, so we just crossed over level 60. And as you see, it's just crucifying everything coming through. Nothing's getting by. It's a pretty solid attack defense team here. All right, here we go. So we're about to cross over, get our spike factory. And again, the spike factory on the back end right now is more of a, in case anything tries to sneak through, it's going to grab it and make sure it finishes off. And there we go. So now we're going to start saving up for our Comanche Commander. All right, this is a little time. It'll roughly be around 76, 77 probably when we get to the 205. So kind of looking at this map again, you know, something you can see, oftentimes you have different types of things you can move. You know, for instance, these, you know, it's 500 to remove these. And, you know, sometimes it's important, but sometimes it's not. You know, there are some maps, especially when you start getting into your intermediate maps and advanced and expert maps, where you do need to move something. There are a couple that you absolutely have to, or else you're not going to be able to do it. But then again, sometimes when you have those, you don't really need to. You can just build it, and it really kind of comes down to your placement of your towers, of course, as well as the types of towers you use. Now, one thing I like to do sometimes is I like to, have an alchemist attached to my heli pilot, and that is one that would be out of range of my other monkey towers. I'm not going to do that right now. I don't think we're going to need it for this map. But, if you've watched our other videos, you know that I like to do that sometimes. All right, so we're level 69, and we are almost a third of the way to our heli pilot Comanche Commander. And again, if this is your first CHIMPS map and you get a little nervous because all it takes is one balloon to get through, don't be afraid to use Sauda's ability. She has two abilities. You have the dancing swords, and you have the one, the other. Here we go. I'm going to show you so you can see when the levels are. So you have leaping sword attack, which is the two swords. You can see that at level 3, and then at level 10 gains the sword charge, and that's the one that goes all the way around the map. So we're going to hold on to that. And again, where a lot of people will start to use that is when you get up into the upper 70s, lower 80s of level, because you get a lot of things coming through and it can be kind of scary. And if you use it, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. But just showing you how strong this offense-defense strategy is. It's not using a whole lot of towers, but it can be really effective. And again, there are going to be some levels where they try to sneak through. And especially once we get to level 90 and it picks up, you want to really make sure you have the brunt of your offense and defensive in place. And use those last rounds to just kind of reinforce what you want to do. But these are our primaries for right now. There you go, see? Now we're at level 77, we're at 24. So we got a little time to go, but we're starting to get into the crazier rounds. And once we get to about level 79, I'm going to go ahead and take it off of auto, just so we can watch it as it comes through. And again, we'll be in about 2 levels. We're going to be also moving to our, there we go, see, kind of got through there. I actually moved towards Sauda for a second. It kind of looks a little scary. So I'm going to go ahead and take it off auto right now, actually. And we're at level 78. And like I said, it starts to look like it's going to come through and just get crazy on you. But again, that's why we have the spike factory back here. All right, so we're getting through. There we go. And boom. Okay, finished everything. Still didn't need to use it. Now, this level 79 is where we're going to bring in our heli pilot. Bring it up to the mighty Comanche Commander. Here we go. And there we are. Okay, so now we can just kind of sit back for a moment. So we have all these here. Now, one of the things we're going to do too is we're eventually going to have a monkey barrel. That's very important. I'm not going to do it quite yet, but by level 90-ish, you want to make sure you have that in place. So what I'm actually going to do now is I'm going to drop down a wizard. So let's put Mr. Wizard down. Let's do it right here just for fun so we get the benefit. And we're going to obviously use a 2, and then we're going to work this up to a 5. The Necromancer, which is a crazy, crazy good support monkey tower. And we're going to get there really fast. I mean, we only need 20,000 more roughly to get us to the 28, to get us to the 5. And again, looking at that, you have it. We have a 0-2. The Wall of Fire is so good. It kind of really can take care of a lot of balloons that are trying to get through. And then, of course, Prince of Darkness is, after the Necromancer is just absolutely a bear. I mean, it can do so much in keeping those balloons at bay. So as we see, okay, 20,000. We're only at level 84 right now, and we are getting close to having our wizard to a 025. Got about 4,000 more. Level 86. And once we get there, then I'm going to go ahead and put it on, or take it off auto. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do that right now. Because once we get there, what I want to do is show you other things that we can do. Okay, there we go. The Prince of Darkness. And of course, before we start throwing down additional support, we're going to go ahead and get our Monkey Intelligence Bureau. That'll be a quick run here. Hopefully we can get this before the end of this match. I don't think we will. Okay, so now here we go. Level 90 gets a little fun. You're going to have some of the balloons zipping through here. Boom, and done. All right, so like I said, we're going to try to get to our Monkey Intelligence Bureau. This is when you need it. Almost there, and there we go. Okay, so now at the end of each round, we're going to start adding our additional tools. I'm going to go ahead and stick another spike factory here, and what we're going to use is the middle path. Okay, we're still going to keep it on smart, so let's go ahead and do that. But what we're going to take is the middle path to Spike Storm, because this is one of those things that can save you in a clutch. It's pretty easy to get to. It's only a 042. All right, one more to go. As you see there, level 93, it looked scary, but somehow we pulled it through. Okay, level 94. Okay, Spike Storm is coming up. We'll get this one here before. There we go. Go ahead, and I'm going to use Saldo just for a second. And I'm going to go ahead and finish up this round. Okay, perfect. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go and put in our wonderful bomb shooters, and we're going to use the middle path. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a 1, 2, 3, and this will eventually be a 4, so we'll do a 2. We're going to put on strong, a 2, 4, 0. And we're going to try to get 3 or 4 of these in place so that when level 100 comes around, we have a couple extra abilities to use to kind of neutralize that really big balloon that comes through. There we go. All right. So now we have our Moab Assassin. There we go. Let's go ahead and let's introduce another one right here because it's going to have to sneak by us. Again, we're going to follow the same path. We'll go on strong. On this one, we should be able to get it set. I think we might be able to get our assassin there. Yes, we do. There we go. That's number 2. Ideally, we want 4 because, again, it's good to have those just to put some pressure. And I think we might have enough, so let's go ahead and put this one right here. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, almost. One more in strong there. Again, we're at level 97, so we're getting close. And nothing is coming through. All right, I think we may, oh, we didn't get it. It's 98, it's gonna pop real quick. Here we go. And boom, okay, so we have that now. So really you don't have to put anything else down. I just like to use all of it, you know, just to, you know, use it. I mean, it's there. We have the coins getting that. I'm gonna go ahead and use Saturn real quick. And boom. So now you see we have 9,000. So for fun, let's go ahead and put one last little batch right here. And we're going to use the bottom path. Get the recursive clusters and bigger bombs. Okay, it still leaves us 3 and some change. What else do we want to throw down here? I don't even know at this point. So let's go ahead, just for fun. Let's put down a dart monkey. Da-dun, da-dun. All right, let's take him up a couple. We don't really need him, but it's just for fun. Make him strong. There we go. This level's not too bad. Level 99 is usually pretty easy. All right, so now here we go. So we're going to slow this down a little. Level 100. Let's go ahead and pop off let's pop off all these abilities there. Get those Moab assassins out, all 3 of them, so we can get another round before it comes around. And we should be able to get one more off. One more set. The good news is this has to travel around a couple circles. All right, here we go. And first one, boom, 2, and 3. There we go. And as you see, it's finishing it up. You don't really have to do much more. If you want to throw Sauda's ability in there, you got it. Helps us slow it down a little. It's still trying. There it goes, as you see. And it is about done. There it goes, finishing up, and all she wrote. So again, hopefully this helps out. As you see, for the basic maps, most of these you can actually use some of the similar towers to get through. It doesn't apply to all of them, and again, there are some maps where, for instance, if it's a water map, you may want to use the submarines, or you may want to use the pirate ship types of things. But again, you'll find that your ninja, your alchemist, your wizard, those 3 are incredibly powerful towers and are quite effective. So anyway, hope this helped. If you have any questions or have any comments, please leave comments. Make sure you hit a like. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And until next time, peace out.